Imagine for a moment that you're aware of how everything in your life, every experience you ever had a cause, an origin. And as you begin to explore this idea more deeply, you may notice how naturally your mind begins to connect one thing with another. So most of your thoughts, they follow a hidden pattern, linking cause to effect, in ways you've known all along, but perhaps never truly noticed. And as you listen carefully, you might begin to realize the words you use every day, words like because, since, whenever, as soon as, they're not just words, they're clues. They're keys unlocking the deeper structure of your mind and revealing to you the pathways you walk every day, even without thinking about them. You might notice how easily these words fit into the natural flow of your experiences. And as you begin to notice this, you can become more aware of how your mind works, how it's already automatically connecting one thing with another. You can notice how easily your mind sets up patterns, understanding when something happens, it must be because something else led to it. And as you begin to look more closely, you realize, in every situation, your mind is already anticipating what comes next. You can feel the connection between the present and the future, being shaped by your thoughts, by the because of every moment. So much of your mind is anticipating the cause behind every effect. And with that knowing, you have the power to make new connections, to choose new patterns, new directions, without even needing to force anything at all. Now consider how every time you say, I was late because of the traffic, there's a hidden assumption there. The assumption is not just about the traffic, it's about how the traffic caused your lateness. What if you could begin to notice everything that happens to you? Every challenge, every choice, it's simply one part of a larger chain of cause and effect. And even more intriguing, what if you could influence the chain, creating new links in ways that lead to the effects you desire? Notice how, when you say things like, as soon as I get there, everything will be fine, your mind is already setting up the future. It's already imagining how things will unfold. It's almost as if you're pre-programming the future with each thought you have, creating an experience that you can trust, an experience that becomes more and more powerful, just by how you speak about it. Isn't it fascinating how the very act of your thinking shapes the world around you? And the more you explore this, the more you realize, with every because you speak, you're setting into motion a series of events, a sequence of reactions to become your reality. And yet, just as easily as you create, you can choose to create in new ways. For instance, whenever you tell yourself, I always have time to get things done, you're aligning your inner world to reflect that reality. Just think about how different it feels when you notice your mind. It's not just responding to things, but actively shaping them. And this shaping, this continuous flow of cause and effect, can be so subtle, so gentle, and yet so profound. You can begin to feel the shifts now, can't you? As your mind naturally begins to see the connections between events, to understand the flow of cause and effect in your life. And with each realization, you start to see there's a deeper truth behind every event, behind every happening. Every effect has its cause. And with every cause, you have the power to change the effect. And so you start to wonder, what happens when you shift how you view the connections? What happens when you realize everything you do, every thought, every belief, is just a series of cause setting up effects in your life? You can almost feel the possibilities stretching out before you, can't you? How in this moment you begin to sense you can choose your causes deliberately. And as you think about it now, you may even notice the natural ease with which your mind starts to let go of the old patterns, the ones that didn't serve you, and allow new ones, more empowering ones, to take root. Perhaps you notice with each breath you become more aware of how your thoughts shape your reality, how your beliefs are causing the effects you experience. And just as you notice the cause and effect patterns in your daily life, you can begin to create your own causes with the intention of getting the effects that you desire. It's so simple, isn't it? When you say, as soon as I decide to take action, things will change, you've already begun the process. When you say, because I'm willing to learn, I can grow, you're already creating a new cause. And the effect is already on its way. And in this way, you can continue to explore how you create your life with every word you speak, every belief you hold. You can notice how the simple act of shifting your thoughts, shifting your language, brings about the changes you desire almost effortlessly. So the next time you hear yourself say, because of this I can, or as soon as this happens I will, notice the subtle power in those words. Notice how you're constantly shaping your future, how you're naturally creating a reality that aligns with your deepest desires. And as you do, you can begin to trust. With every choice, with every thought, you're guiding yourself towards the outcomes that you want, and it's easier than you ever imagined.